Hello, I'm Shakti Tracy from Diamond Heart Network, and I'm just popping on to do another shamanic journey for you today. I had been meaning to try to do these weekly, but I haven't managed for the past 2 weeks because I lost my drumstick. And if you're wondering how on earth can you lose your drumstick in the middle of a lockdown in your own house, I have no idea, literally. But I did remember that someone very local to me, a wonderful man called Ron Reynolds, he actually makes drumsticks. So I went on a big walk the other night and I bought a drumstick, and he engraved my name in wonderful old language on the drumstick, Shakti, and he also gifted me with an eagle feather, which I don't know where I've put, but I have got an eagle feather as well. So for me, it feels like not only have I got my wonderful new drum that I painted the other day, now I've got a new drumstick to go with it. So it's like all this new energy coming in, which is really exciting. And I held my first two online workshops the other day as well, which was really exciting as well. One a women's group, and one is part of a day-long conference with Transformation Decoded, and you can still access the full day of events there if you want. Just have a check on my Facebook page and you can see the link, Diamond Heart Network. But anyway, so for today's shamanic journey, I feel like we'll do a little one around gratitude. I think, to me, I feel like we're kind of stuck at the moment. Not stuck, but we're journeying. I'm now in my week 6 of lockdown because I went in a couple of weeks earlier because I wasn't well. So I'm going into week 6, and for me, it feels like I'm at this time, this real liminal sort of state, where like the old rules, they've gone, they're no longer applying. You kind of go back to them. I feel like, there's no going back now, but I don't know what the future is either. So it's really this actually you just need to surrender to the moment and just need to be with what it is now, and I can still work forward and I can still develop the things I want to develop. But in some ways I'm developing them without knowing what the future is now, because how can I know when I can't build it on what the past has been, So we're in this real sort of liminal place where all of we have been changed to some extent, because, we've all had, part of the old programming's been wiped out because our brains having to readjust to these completely new set of circumstances. We're finding ourselves alone, or just in a relationship, or just with our family. And it's very, and very limited to who we're having contact with. And sometimes completely new people we're having contact with. I know some people are just really, into yoga. I've been doing lots of things to help us to get my business online. And so completely new lessons that I'm getting I wouldn't be getting just on my normal, everyday, trip to school, trip to Morrison's, my magical Morrison's shamanic lifestyle. So it's, for me, it's just actually this surrendering to, this is the process, and all we need to know is the next step, really. We don't need to know the full outcome. We just need to, continue to be open and to embrace what there is, embrace what there is in the moment. And I know a lot of people are still having this emotional clearing, things are coming to the surface, and that's really powerful. Keep working with that. Allow, honour the pain as it comes up and shows itself. Honour, whatever it is that you need to release for your own journey. And because it's just really important. But for today's journey, I want to do a one around gratitude for what there is now. A couple of, just thought of this one now, actually, because a couple of people who I know or feel like this is a path of gratitude, and gratitude is a wonderful energy for opening the heart. And I hadn't really considered myself as this being a path of gratitude, just a bit of path of what is going on, but actually though, let me just sink into that energy of gratitude. I think this this full experience, this pandemic, more than anything, I've been able to say, as a collective, we're having to face, you know, this fear of death, this fear, you know, this idea that, not this idea, this truth that, you know, this physical life of on earth is for a limited time, you know. And I think in the past we have been able to mask things by the security of our house, by buying, by consumerism, by, you know, there's all these things to fill the time, so we're not faced with it as much. And now, you know, that you can sense, I mean, you go to the shops, if you go there, and you can feel like there's this fear, yeah. And at the end of the day, it's fear of death, you know, it's fear of dying. And that we're collectively as humans at the minute, we are facing that. But this is a good thing, you know, this is a really good thing that we're facing that, and we're facing that, like, this idea of our own mortality, because by facing it, we can understand that it is time, we have the time now to really appreciate what we do have, you know, to really appreciate how precious life is, how precious each breath is, how precious, you know, the connections are, the simple things, our children, you know, the sunshine, family, all these beautiful things, you know, that we maybe do take for granted when we think, oh, you know, when we don't consider, like, this is a limited time, you know, and none of us know, you know, even though we're faced with, like, oh, there's a lot of people dying at the minute, you know, none of us know how long we're going to be here for. So all we can do is really, you know, appreciate how things are in the moment, you know, and to really, you know, cultivate this energy and this practice of gratitude, of seeing the world with eyes of wonder, and in realizing, just like, actually, this is so precious, this is so beautiful, we are so lucky to have this experience, and to have these experiences with senses and the ability to you know, to take in all this around us, and to feel it, and to smell it, and to hear it, and to taste it. And it's like, wow, you know, like, how precious, how amazing is this gift? And we have so much, even in these toughest times, we you know, and it's, you know, we have so much to be grateful for, you know. So what I'm going to do a little journey on today is a journey of gratitude, and it's a journey where we can sink into our own life, and we're going to ask for, like, what are the things that I'm most grateful for? And by doing this, it gives us a chance, in bringing this answer to the forefront, it gives us a chance to, like, actually, these are the things that I want to cultivate even more in my life, you know. These are the things that open my heart. These are the things that give me joy, the joy of living, the, you know, this expanseness of, like, living. So we're going to just ask, we're going to go down to the lower world, and we're going to meet an animal guide. But just hold this intention of asking, you know, like, what is it in my life that I'm truly grateful for? Yeah, and you know, in how can I cultivate this energy of gratitude more? Yeah, we'll look at, yeah, so we'll hold that as the intention. So when we start the journey, we start with a bit of a visualization, because this helps to bridge the conscious with the subconscious. And so we start to go down to the lower world. We're going to start by visualizing just a way of finding our way down. Sometimes people imagine, like, a tree stump with a hole in, and so you just follow that down, and you maybe find yourself to it often looks like, you know, like a landscape, trees, you know, maybe find yourself on a nice landscape, but it's something that looks a bit like a earthly landscape. And we're just holding the intention that we're going to meet a guide who is here to show us what the things in life that truly make us feel grateful, and in any guidance that wants to come through about how we can cultivate this energy of gratitude in our own lives. It'll be even more, it'll be amazing. So when you feel ready, if you lie down and just find yourself somewhere nice and comfortable, you can lie down, or you can sit up, you can dance if that works better for you. Just often we like to lie down in the West because we associate that with dreaming. So yeah, lie down, find yourself somewhere comfortable, and I'm going to drum for about 10 minutes and then I'll call us back out. But if you feel like you finished before that and you've got all the answers you need, just come out, you know. And then, so when you're ready, we're going to, just to remind you, we're going to travel down to the lower world, holding this intention, because intention's the thing that guides the energy. We're going to hold this intention that we're going to travel to the lower world, and we're going to connect to a guide who's going to show us the things that really make us feel the most gratitude in our lives. And you know, and we're going to get for guidance about how we can cultivate even more of this energy. ball that you are, right here, right now. Look at us alive. Right. Oh, Nelly swore there. Not like me. I love it. Oh, honestly, thank you so much. Things I was most grateful for is actually my children, and I've got to make them, I've got to force them to go out on more walks with this because they're not going for walks at the minute, and it's I've got to do an enforced walk because I love spending the time, and I'm so grateful I've got this time with them. Yeah, I really am, and I'm just so grateful for all this experience of life. You know, it's been such a roller coaster, but isn't it? Isn't it like, what is this experience, man? What is it all about? Who knows? I don't. Maybe one day we'll work it out there. I love you so much. I've got hopefully doing a breathwork workshop on Saturday. I just need to get me advertising together to get it out there. But if you are interested in taking part in that, just join me Facebook page, Diamond Heart Network, and it'll all be advertised on there. Love you as a billion. Take care. Bye.